and checking the stream, and here we go on Twitch, and yada yada yada, and look at that, and we have audio on Twitch. Excellent. All right, and we are clear to broadcast on Dementia Radio tonight, so we'll be doing that now. And casting, recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice.
Hey, Luke Ski.
We have Lauren Mayer with us.
Hey, Lauren.
And because we're doing this on Wednesday, we have Steve Goodie. Oh my gosh, what?
Hi, I can't believe this is live. That's crazy.
I know. We haven't had Steve on live in a very long time. Yes, welcome to episode 626 of the Funny Music Podcast for June 16th, 2022. Title of this week's episode is... Let me paste it. Efficient Silent Wish, which I just put in the chat. Your job is to work that into our discussions somehow. And the reason we're recording this on Wednesday the 15th instead of on Thursday the 16th is because Thursday the 16th is my son's graduation from high school. Holy crap. So, yes. So we're going to be busy tomorrow night with that. And I don't know how long it's going to go or what we're going to do afterwards. And I just figured it's better not to rush it, and we'll just do the show tonight. But because we're doing the show tonight, we got Steve Goodie on the show live for the first time in, 3 years?
I just didn't have the budget for it till now.
Yes. Okay, so... Let's see. So I guess we can talk to Steve first, if that's okay with you, Lauren. Okay.
Yeah, I could disappear at any moment.
He could. He has that
be
power.
A dream.
All right, so...
I was going to offer to go first, Steve, and I was going to tell them to tell you it's age before beauty.
It is.
Okay, so let's do this thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
Well, I went to see a live taping of the sitcom Night Court for the 4th time. So,
oh, cool.
And I'm seeing it again this Friday and July 1st. And I'm waiting to find out about getting in on the 8th and the 15th. So, I know there's one guy who goes there who's been to, every episode. So, but I guess I'll be, in second place or whatever. But, as always, super fun. I can't wait for people to see the show. I went to see Jurassic World Dominion, and if you enjoy watching stupid and or evil people get eaten by dinosaurs, it's a great movie. That's my favorite aspect of the Jurassic Park films, is watching people who are stupid and or evil getting eaten by dinosaurs because they are stupid and or evil.
It's a wonderful thing. That's the one reason I wish we could actually clone dinosaurs. They'd be very useful.
Yeah, it's like, it's such a weird irony is that the whole point of the Jurassic Park movies, the lesson of the tale is, all about hubris and, if we have this power, we shouldn't use it to play God and create dinosaurs. And I'm like, if any of this, science fiction, if any of this science fiction becomes reality, then absolutely yes, clone dinosaurs. It's like we found an entire mammoth carcass, in a iceberg a decade ago. It's like, why have we not made mammoths? Mammoths. Let's make dinosaurs. I don't care. So what else? I performed. But I didn't perform. I went to see a performance of the of a stand-up show called We Talk Funny that Ken Pringle hosted, and I went to the show. I bought a ticket, and I hadn't even checked in with Kyle and Lindsay, and it turns out they bought tickets and showed up too. So we all hung out together. I got to shake the hand of the guy who voices Goofy, Bill Farmer. He's really funny, and just saw some great comedians there. So and that's about it. today at work, because, doing my delivery thing, there's two types of delivery things. There's like the normal type where I'm just going back and forth to the depot, within the valley, doing like 1 to 5 or so deliveries at a time and then going back to the depot. The other type is where they put like a big case full of various product into the trunk of my car, and then I drive at least an hour away through LA traffic to a different part of the greater Los Angeles area, and then I hang out in that area and I do deliveries out there based on people ordering stuff that I happen to have in the case in my car. And there's multiple people who do that every day, so it's not just me covering that area, but that's their business model. So today I got out there, I drove over an hour to get to where I was supposed to be, and I did 0 deliveries all day, and then drove the over an hour back through LA traffic. So I basically had like I spent 5 hours in the Upland Chipotle parking lot, just hanging out in with my AC on full blast, trying to defeat the sun, which is outside. Yeah. So this is it's like, on one hand I get it, but on the other hand, to me, it just feels like this is the dumbest business model. How can they possibly be making money off of this? And I asked them, and they said that technically, like, altogether, they do make a profit off of that stuff. Not a huge profit, but they make enough to, I guess, keep it going, because they're trying to, like, establish their brand name in the area. And then I guess, ideally, at some point, somebody might open a depot out there, so we won't have to do this anymore. But it's just ridiculous. So I'm still getting paid for the hours. I'm still getting paid for the mileage, but I didn't earn any tips because I didn't deliver anything. So it's like, all right, I guess I'll just I had my 30-minute lunch break in the middle of my 0 delivery workday, where I watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and ate a Chipotle burrito. So yeah,
You're living the dream.
Yeah. So Hollywood. So what have you been up to since last week, Devo?
First of all, I want to mention thank you to Wildcard for resubscribing to our Twitch channel. It says 18 months in a row now Wildcard has been a subscriber, so thank you, Wildcard. We are finally making progress on the floor. It is almost done. There are 4 tiles left to put down. We had to leave 4 tiles open because otherwise there would have been no way for us to get upstairs without stepping on the tiles. So we had to leave this one area open so we could get from the steps down to the rest of the house. So now that the rest of the floor is dry, we can put those 4 tiles in place and just not step on those 4 tiles for 2 days. So that's fun. Yeah, home maintenance is not my cup of tea, folks. But the bigger news in my little world is I have started taking suggestions for a new ridiculous rap song. If you don't follow me on all the places, you may not have seen, but I sent out an email, did Twitter, Facebook, both Facebooks, my personal account and the Devo Spice account, and Instagram even. And so I'm soliciting ideas for ridiculous rap songs. If you have a ridiculous idea for a rap song, send it to me, and I may produce it. So I've gotten a lot of good responses so far this time around, so I'm going to have a hard time deciding what to do, but there is a contender already that I'm leaning towards. But that's about it. Lauren, what have you been up to?
On a second, I had to mute because there's loud cars backing up on my cul-de-sac. That's what I've been up to. I am, let's see, getting ready for a live stream in a week from Sunday, and I'm doing this amazing show tomorrow night, Thursday, with this really cool guy named Steve Goodie. I'm going to be the musical guest on that. I'm doing a song every week, and I have one coming out on Friday about Team Normal. You heard about that in the January 6th hearings, and just kind of keeping busy working on a bunch of songs and talking to you guys.
Excellent. Well, it's great to have you back.
Yeah, have I been on since my son got married?
I got married?
Think so.
I think I might have. I have a married son now, so we're getting ready to go visit them. And they are going to start a family, and I'm going to be a grandma, maybe. That's weird.
You'd be the ultimate Jewish grandma.
I will. I got to work on some Jewish grandma songs.
Well, speaking of Jewish grandmas, hi, Steve.
Hi. I had
So,
an idea for a
What have you
rap
been up
song
to,
for you.
Steve?
I've been thinking about ideas for rap songs for you.
Okay.
And one idea I had is for a guy who won't stop insisting that he won an election that he clearly lost. And it would be called Pernicious Tyrant Bitch.
The screen isn't switching to you for some reason. Maybe you do need to be a little bit louder.
Okay. Is this louder now?
Yes, there you
Oh,
go.
there it
There
went.
you are. Now we can see you.
Hang on a second. I got to turn up the knob I turned down. 'Cause I'm going to forget.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I made Steve turn himself down earlier.
Nobody's ever done that and not regretted it. So, yeah.
So, you have anything else to say, or you want to just get into your song?
I got nothing to say.
Okay.
Once you get me started, you'll regret it. So, I got nothing.
So give us a quick intro to this song. We'll give it a listen.
Okay, well, I'd written and posted a song about how annoying it is to shop for clothes, and then I thought, maybe we should do one about shopping for food. And then I thought, nope, we'll do that next time. How about one about how annoying it is that some people have really clean houses and then their cars are a mess?
All right, here is Mobile Trash Unit by Steve Goodie.
Her apartment is pristine. Every room is clean, clean, clean. Everything in its place. Perfect use of perfect space. She's organized and functional, fastidious and punctual. So it's incredible, though she's obsessed with cleanliness. What a nightmare of disgusting crap her purple Prius is. It's her mobile trash unit. It's a dump on wheels. It's an oil spill in a landfill. It's roadkill on an anthill. It's her mobile trash unit. Coffee cups, Slurpee cups, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, mascara, lipstick, eyeliner, cover-up, glitter, 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 glitter. Sports bra, tennis shoes, yoga pants, cowboy boots, phone charger, ice scraper, community college, psych paper, hairbrush, sunscreen, 17, magazine, candy wrappers, gum wrappers, Triscuits and Ritz crackers, a gallon of hand sanitizer. Her favorite coconut, avocado, watermelon, tangerine, mango moisturizer. Bubble gum lip gloss, wild cherry lip gloss, strawberry lip gloss, venti mocha almond fudge, high octane decaf, non-dairy, non-fat, extra cool whip, double shot of espresso lip gloss with glitter, months old receipts, several hundred samples from Clinique, groceries from last week, like a quart of milk that's begun to reek, and stinky mystery luncheon meat. I mean, I've heard of olive loaf, but this is ridiculous. Crumbs and nuts and cigarette butts, curly fries and pizza crust, icky, sticky, moldy jelly, donuts, under the seat, under the seat. She's a slob when she eats, so there's all kinds of treats under the seat. This is the part about tampons.
Seriously?
Let's skip the part about tampons,
Thank God.
cause there's no need to pad this song. Smelly car, what has she been eating in you? It's her mobile trash unit. It's a dump on wheels. It's an oil spill in a landfill. It's roadkill on an anthill. A bunch of hazmat and some oatmeal with guacamole and banana peels. Can't see through the damn windshield, cause it's her mobile trash unit. And her boyfriend's apartment is much, much worse. Much, much worse.
Man, you are going all out on that crazy changes throughout the songs now.
Yeah, it's a new thing. Why have a song that's the same song all the way through?
Why have a
Everything is
song
bad.
that's easy to play and memorize? Who needs that?
I know. For the past 2 weeks, I've had it in my earbuds on the bicycle or wherever I am, or in the car blasting. You know, like just yesterday I was driving from one part of LA to the other part of LA to sit in a parking lot and do nothing, and then all the way back, and I just listened to it over and over and over and over, and making the face Luke is making right now, like, I'm never going to memorize this. I'm never, ever going to get this right. But I've performed it on stage twice with off book, and managed to get through it. Didn't do it perfect, not quite, but I think the next time's coming up. You know how it is with these things. You know, you have to screw it up. No matter how much you've practiced, you will screw it up a few times in front of people before you ever get it right and get over that threshold.
Yep, absolutely. Every time I do a new song, the first time I perform it live, I screw something up. Hopefully it's something minor that people won't notice, but always something.
Yeah, but when it's you just stop and have to start all over again, they notice that.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of which, are you going to try it?
If you want me to, if you can stand hearing it all the way through again.
I'm fine with that.
What do you think, Lauren? Can you stand it?
I can stand it.
All right. That's the Jewish grandmother approach that I've come to know and love. Know and love. Yes.
Don't mind me. I'll just sit here in the dark. Literally. Sitting in my office and
There's no guarantee. Tell you what, if I make a mistake, I'll stop there. So let's just see how far I get. I do not have the lyrics in front of me. I'm just going to try this. Her apartment is pristine. Every room is clean, clean, clean. Everything in its place. Perfect use of perfect space. She's organized and functional, fastidious and punctual. So it's incredible, though she's obsessed with cleanliness. What a nightmare of disgusting crap her purple Prius is. It's her mobile trash unit. See, I'm doing a new voice. Trash unit. It's a dump on wheels. It's an oil spill in a landfill. It's roadkill on an anthill. It's her mobile trash unit. Coffee cups, Slurpee cups, Dr. Pepper 7-Up, mascara, lipstick, eyeliner, cover-up, glitter, 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 glitter! Sports bra, tennis shoes, yoga pants, cowboy boots, phone charger, ice scraper, community college, psych paper, hairbrush, sunscreen, 17, magazine, candy wrappers, gum wrappers, Triscuits and Ritz crackers, a gallon of hand sanitizer. Her favorite coconut, avocado, watermelon, tangerine, mango moisturizer. Bubble gum lip gloss, strawberry lip gloss, wild cherry lip gloss, venti mocha almond fudge high octane decaf non-dairy non-fat extra cool with double shot of espresso lip gloss with glitter, months old receipts, several hundred samples from Clinique, groceries from last week like a quart of milk that's begun to reek, and stinky mystery luncheon meat I may have heard of olive loaf, but this is ridiculous. Crumbs and nuts and cigarette butts, curly fries and pizza crust, icky sticky moldy jelly, donuts. Under the seat, under the seat. She's a slob when she eats, so there's all kinds of treats under the seat. This is the part about tampons. Let's skip the part about tampons, cause there's no need to pad this song. Tekiaong. Smelly car, what has she been eating in you? It's her mobile trash unit. It's a dump on wheels. It's an oil spill in a landfill. It's roadkill on an anthill. A bunch of hazmat in a... Oh, crap. All right, I'm done. Almost.
You almost made it to the end. That was pretty much the end of the song, wasn't it?
I was about 10 seconds away. I was in my comfort zone. That's the mistake. You start congratulating yourself. Man.
Got to the tequila, I was gone.
That was just for you. That's for you, Bubby.
Oi.
Thanks for indulging me, you guys.
Oh, sure. Happy to. So what inspired the song?
Well, two of my friends, Bill Warrington and Bethany Hill, I've known them for a long time. They said, let's kind of sort of make a standing date on your porch to write a new song every couple of weeks. So we've done it 3 times now. And really, the idea for the song wasn't any of ours. There's a waitress at the Bluebird named Sammy who texted me this idea the morning of the day we were going to get together and write. And I thought, that's got some potential. You know, a list of things that are gross about a young lady's car. Why not? So I proposed it to my 2 co-writers, and they said, yeah, we ain't got anything else. Let's try that. And it came out a lot better than any of us expected. So I'm now trying to talk Sammy into doing it with me on stage when we're at the Bluebird, where she works. She's been too chicken so far. I don't know if she's chicken. It's just she knows I'm going to screw it up, and she doesn't want to be part of it.
Would she be singing or playing guitar or what?
No, she would probably be playing like the part of someone being disgusted by the tampon thing.
Oh, okay.
And, shaking a finger, and then I would say, okay, let's skip the part, and then she'd say, that's better. And then she might do some vacuuming because she's trying to tidy up. I don't know.
Gotcha.
And she might sing some harmony. Who knows? She is a songwriter artist just of her stuff, and she's very, very, very country and good at it. And this is not country at all, so it's not her wheelhouse, as the kids say.
Yes.
But we'll see. I'll talk her into it somehow, as soon as it's clear that I know how to sing the song. This close.
Yeah, you almost made it. You almost made it.
Almost.
So that's cool that you guys are doing like regular songwriting sessions. That's a neat idea.
Yeah, it is particularly good because there's an interesting chemistry amongst us. Bill has written some funny songs. Bethany, I don't think, has ever written a funny song, but she's she's my fan club president, has been for about 7 years. And they two of them got married 2 years ago, and he became, I think it's a constitutional rule, he became vice president of the fan club just through marriage. He's, it's kind of a first lady thing. Never mind. So the two of them have always been big fans of the funny songs, and mine included. And I've never tried to write funny songs with them, but it's a neat thing that they kind of let me drive. They come up with ideas, they come up with a long list of stuff, and then I have to, okay, let's make that funny, let's throw that in. Like a big list of what could be a disgusting thing in a car, which I find to be tedious to write all that up, but Bethany really likes coming up with that. And then when we get stuck for an idea, we just look down the list. Oh, how about that? We haven't brought in tampons yet.
I love that you worked in a couple of little mini parodies into this song. Like Under the Seat is fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah, when we came up with that, like we almost turned that into the whole song. With that, no, it's better if it's just a little highlight.
It could have been a whole song. You could have done that, yeah.
Possibly, yeah. But
so,
Disney's mad at me enough already. There's no need to push this.
And then what was the other one at the end that you did?
Smelly Car.
Smelly Car, that's right.
Cat from Friends.
From Friends.
And
Smelly
when
Cat.
I performed this at the Bluebird, the first time I'd ever did it, and I was reading it. I wasn't even trying to have memorized it. When I got to the Smelly Car part, there was a group of, I think half the room just screamed their laughter. Like, I can't believe you got a reference to Friends. That's so awesome. Like, wow, okay. I don't know if that's going to happen every time. And it hasn't happened quite like that every time, but there's always been something to look forward to at that point. Man, that show's popular. I had no idea.
It was, yes. It was quite popular.
Still is.
It's more popular now. Like, my son wasn't even born when it was on originally, but he and his friends are totally into it, and they watch it.
And now he's getting married.
No, this is my other. I have two
okay.
sons. Hard to keep track of them.
Yeah, since I haven't met them.
You're all my sons.
Okay.
So, cool. So when's the next time you people are getting together?
We haven't picked a date, but I'm thinking, we usually do it on Friday, so maybe tomorrow. Something's going on at 4 o'clock tomorrow, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, yeah, my meeting with Brad, my co-host of the virtual comedy show, and we have a big meeting about technical stuff we got to take care of for our shows in Edinburgh at the Fringe in August, and we've been kind of procrastinating. We didn't mean to procrastinate, but they sent us an email saying, you haven't done this, this, and this, and we both went, oh my God, I thought you'd taken care of that. So we're going to have a Zoom meeting tomorrow to try and get everything in a row and not have to worry about stuff. It's still a month and a half away, but there's a lot.
Cool.
So
yeah.
All that to say, we may or may not write a funny song tomorrow, but who knows?
Okay. So, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Always SteveGoodie.com. Always come to the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville on a Sunday if you'd like to see the show live, but if you want to do that, you got to get your tickets on the Monday before because they sell out immediately at bluebirdcafe.com. And if you're going to be in Edinburgh in August, we're going to be doing our Halloween show. That's right, it's Halloween in August 5th through 13th at The Space. That's the name of the venue. It's The Space at 2 in the afternoon. You got nothing to do at 2 in the afternoon. All the good stuff's at night, right? Wrong. There's one good thing at 2 in the afternoon. Bring the kids. Free candy, possibly. We haven't decided yet.
Okay, so, all right, so here's the situation. My son, who is graduating tomorrow, had a senior trip today and is getting back to the high school now. And my wife can't go pick him up, so I have to. So...
I'd be happy to, but I don't think that would work.
Yeah, it wouldn't really work.
And Luke's been in the car all day. So
what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the view on gallery so that we can see all of us. I'm going to go get my son. You people entertain the live audience for the next 5 to 10 minutes while I run and pick up my son.
Okay.
So I will be back.
Okay. This is going to be one of those nights. We've got Devo for some of the show. I play most of a song. Lauren's almost a grandmother.
Oh, no, not even. I got
And Luke is living the dream
months.
in L.A.
And
Yes.
yeah, living the dream of
I
not
love
getting
looking
paid
at the
to.
empty space in Devo's Zoom window.
Yes.
I wish there's some way we could decorate it and he wouldn't know until he got
I
back.
know, like pop in there and do things to
Uh-huh.
it when he came
That would
back.
be
We'd redecorate and move
fun.
everything around. The fact that he can go pick up his kid and be back in 5 to 10 minutes, that's amazing. That means
That
the
is
school's
amazing.
close enough the kid could walk.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, we didn't have Zoom podcasts.
And we went to our own graduations, and we liked it.
And we walked uphill through the snow both ways in June in California.
That's right.
When I was a kid, Zoom was the show on PBS with a bunch
right.
of disco
Yeah.
throwback people going zoom, zoom, zoom.
Four kids
It
and
was zoom,
spy
zoom,
kids.
zoom, zoom, zoom. I
Come
can't
on,
even
give
remember what
it
the
a
point of that
try.
show was.
Yep. The Electric Company. Remember that one?
Which big, huge future Hollywood star was on the Electric Company?
Morgan Freeman.
That's correct. Ding, ding,
And-
ding, ding, ding.
And
I
wasn't,
forgot that.
not Ruth Buzzy, but one of the other laugh-in people was on that, I think. Because she's
I
the one
don't.
that goes, "Hey, you guys!" At the
Oh,
beginning
Lily
of the
Tomlin.
Is that Joanne Worley?
Yeah, I think it's Joanne
Oh, okay.
Worley.
Yeah.
So,
Lily Tomlin was on Sesame Street quite a bit,
yeah.
but that's a whole other thing.
It occurred to me at some point in history that when new young people watch The Goonies, they have no idea that when Sloth makes that big entrance, to the pirate ship and yells, "Hey, you guys!" that they have no idea that that's a reference to something. They just think it's him yelling, "Hey, you guys," for no reason. So,
Just today, I was working
Young
on
people today, they just don't understand references.
a friend of mine is going to a wedding in September of her nephew. His nephew is in his 40s. He's marrying a woman who's also in her 40s. That's not their first marriage for either of them. And my friend's husband asked me to write a song because it's her birthday. The married couple, of whom one of them is going to the wedding. Her name is Liz. It'll be her birthday. And so I came up with a dumb little song for them. And they were all excited. And at one point, I went, "And that's the truth." And I said, "You're welcome for the reference." And nobody got it. And they're all my age. So I had to send them all a link. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. This should ring a bell. There's a full-grown woman in a giant rocking chair.
I like to
No,
refer. I
except-
like.
It's hard. There are not very many laugh-in reruns, and
Mm-hmm.
so if you don't think to look for it on YouTube, you have to understand that. I
Like, that's
remember. I'm old enough. I think I'm older than all you guys. I actually remember when it was on.
Yeah, I might
I
have
was
been
very
alive when
young,
it was
but
on. I don't think I ever saw it while it was new, but I think I was alive.
I'm
We were busy
just
watching
all
Watergate.
alive.
Watergate was important to us, so that's what we watched.
I stayed home from school and watched the Watergate hearings. I had good liberal parents. So.
Yeah, my good liberal mom dropped everything and watched it, and that's why I couldn't watch Sesame Street for quite some time when that was going on, which I found very annoying.
So that explains everything. So you had a deprived childhood.
Yeah,
I'm happy that I was there for the Muppet Show when it was airing properly.
That was brilliant.
I remember one time I got in trouble and I got grounded with no TV, but then my parents went to I don't know, they went out some Saturday night and the Muppet Show was going to be on, and I talked my babysitter into letting me watch the Muppet Show.
couldn't
Probably
you
because
just
your
stream it
babysitter
later?
wanted to watch it. That it came on when I was babysitting. I could have been your babysitter. And actually, we realized I'm old enough to have been my husband's babysitter because we're 8 years apart. So I'm 8 years older.
Wow.
I'm a cougar. But yeah, I loved it when the kids I babysat wanted to watch the Muppet Show. I love that because the Muppet Show was really the beginning of all the Pixar stuff and where there's stuff for the adults that the kids don't get.
Well, Sesame Street had quite a bit of that too.
Oh yeah, there was.
But it's still
but
Muppet.
not quite as subversive.
Yeah, and Sesame Street was trying to be all educational, whereas the Muppet Show was just trying to be
Yeah, it
funny.
was more educational, but it was designed for the kids to learn and
'cause
the adults to enjoy. But it wasn't inside jokes for. Well, actually, you know who did that first was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
That really had stuff that was because I didn't get. I remember we weren't allowed to watch much in the way of cartoons, but we had it on one Saturday, and when Boris Badenoff came on, Natasha and Boris, and his name is Boris Badenoff. My dad lost it because he was a huge opera fan. He's like, you know what that is, right? Do you guys know that reference?
Yeah, good enough.
Or Boris Godunov was an opera. My dad loved that. So it was like, okay, you kids can watch this.
there was an episode of Animaniacs back when when it just started, and the kids were investigating something, and they were wearing detective hats and such, and Dot says to Wacko, I think it was, fingerprints, and then a cartoon version of Prince just falls into his arms, and he says, I don't think so. He's not going to finger Prince. It's a kid's show.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new version?
I've watched a bit. Then I stopped.
There's an episode in the second season, like, that's basically, they don't do it as a Donald Trump impression, but it's meant to be ripping on Trump. I think it was like Nero or like in the Roman Colosseum and stuff, and it's like Nero's being attacked by a lion, and he's like, and he says, what he's actually saying is, will somebody grab this pussy cat and get it off of me? But Yakko interrupts between the syllable of pussy and cat, so it's like, will somebody grab this pussy? Good night, everybody, off of me. And it's like, I was like, I can't believe that even on Hulu, that Spielberg and Warner Brothers were like, yeah, we'll leave that joke in.
I'll say I played a cabaret show of a couple weeks ago, a review of Frank Lesser's son, who wrote Guys and Dolls and all these wonderful shows, and one of the songs from the movie, they cut the song "Take Back Your Mink" because it's a modified strip, and for the movie they thought it was too racy, and they replaced it with the girls in the Hot Box Club dressed up as cats singing "Pet Me Papa." And this little pussy wants to sit on your lap.
Oh my God!
I mean, they thought that was better than "Take Back Your Mink," so this great character actor sang it as a guy doing it as a drag queen number. It was pretty, but I love that. Pet me, Papa. The little kitty. This little pussy wants to sit on your lap.
Or the classic, who was it? Zsa? One of them on the Tonight Show, and she brought her cat.
Oh, and somebody said something about Zaza's pussy.
Yeah, and she says to Johnny, "You want to pet my pussy?" And he says, "Sure, get that cat out of the way." Johnny denied that ever happened.
Well, the other one that did, and because there's there's all these things that supposedly happened that had been debunked, but the one that did happen was on your Show of Shows, when Grouch was interviewing the next contestant, who said he had something like 7 children, and Groucho said, 7 children? And the man says, well, I love my wife. And Groucho said, I love my cigar, but I occasionally take it out of my mouth.
Oh my God. That reminds me of an Ellen DeGeneres bit about hunting, how she doesn't understand hunters. And hunters, they mount what they've killed on the wall because it's beautiful. And she says, well, I find my mother attractive, but I have photographs of her.
I saw a comedian once who said that, was like, hunting isn't a sport. A sport means both parties know what's going on. That would be like walking up to a little old lady in the parking lot, punching her and saying, didn't you know we were boxing? When I see those pictures of people with their hunting trophies.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And boxing ain't no walk in the park neither.
Oh, I can't. Yeah.
I don't even get that.
Have you guys
I don't
seen
know why that's such a big business. People, kids get in trouble for fighting, and then they make lots of money doing it as professional boxers. So what kind of message are we sending our children?
Have you guys seen the documentary about George Carlin?
Yes.
I've taped it. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it's so good. It's amazing.
He was brilliant. And weird.
Yeah. But, oh man, that he's the go-to person that people post clips of for what's going on in the news these days, particularly these days. All through the years, yeah.
I did a whole song about his "Once You're Born, You're on Your Own" because it was like that's.
Yep.
You think that wouldn't be relevant anymore, but
you would think.
You would think.
Don't you worry.
So glad we don't. I hope we don't have a whole lot of people who disagree with that watching this. Hi, folks. If you were Trump voters or Fox News voters out there or watchers, we love you. We just disagree with you. How's that?
Yeah, it's not that we think you're idiots. No.
I seriously doubt there's any conservative people watching this show.
Well,
there's probably not anybody watching it
Anybody
either way.
watching this show has a sense of humor, and those people don't.
Hey, Lauren, you should do a song. I see a piano right next to you.
Oh. Requests.
The theme from
man.
The Muppet Show.
Don't even. Wow.
I should do that. I don't know the bridge.
That was amazing.
Why do we
Here's the
always
piano
come
bars,
here?
honey. What key do you want it in?
Okay.
More requests.
What
Pull
key
out
was
your-
that?
Except if we tried to play guitar and piano at the same time with the Zoom.
Zoom
late-
ain't gonna. No,
It
it'll
would
be
be
even
crazy.
more of a mess than it would normally.
I did I emceed a Zoom birthday party, and just for fun, we had like 50 people singing "Happy Birthday" at the same time. It made my brain explode.
How about I want to see Lauren perform Steve Goodie's song "Dumbledore."
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I don't remember it. I'm sorry.
What's funny is I don't remember it either. It just comes out of my mouth.
I
have
don't.
no idea what I'm
It's
saying.
funny when I do my live streams, and I usually prep a few things, and people will request something that I do a song a week. So
Yeah.
people request something from 2014. It's like I don't even remember 2 months ago, and I'll pull things
I
out.
have-
and go,
I found songs in my file of songs that I haven't released, but that I did record. I don't remember writing them. I don't remember recording them. That's clearly me.
That's what happens when you get older. It's easy.
That must be
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
got
like
so many
I
new songs crammed in my head. I've got no more room.
Uh,
Yeah, something from Guys and Dolls. Go. Or West Side Story.
A poison. Shoot!
That was fantastic.
Although this is, I'll show you the beginning of the. He gave me the fur thing 5 winters ago, and the gown the following fall, and the something, the shoes, the dress, and the hat that was late 48, I recall. Then last night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all, and I screamed as I ran down the hall. That is pretty racy.
A little bit.
Take back your mink, take back your poils. What made you think that I was one of those goyles? That is pretty racy. I'm screaming,
Yeah.
take back the gown, the shoes, and the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. That is pretty racy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is
You know-
the longest 5 minutes I've ever
Yeah.
experienced.
Maybe you should do Baby It's Hot Outside. Go.
I really can't stay. Your turn.
She really can't stay.
No, you have to do the baby.
I know,
It's
I don't
hot
know my part.
outside.
I barely know the stuff I'm supposed to know.
See, you haven't played piano bars. I
No, because I can't play the piano good
piano
enough.
Bars. Yeah, well,
Playing
you
the
have
piano
to play
like
a
that is
guitar
just
bar.
beyond me. My fingers won't do what your fingers do. Or what lips are doing.
That's what she said.
She might have said that. I wasn't listening.
See, there should be guitar bars.
All right. The request line is open.
Blowing in the Wind.
Oh, good
The
lord!
first
Really?
song I learned to play. I can play 3 songs on the guitar. I can play any song on the
Okay,
guitar
here, go
that
ahead.
only requires
What?
four chords.
Oh, damn Zoom!
How about Subterranean Homesick Blues?
I don't have a harmonica, you guys.
Oh,
Wait,
Impossible.
what was the phrase you're supposed to use?
Oh yeah, insistent,
Silent
violent,
Fish.
fish.
Wish.
Here's a little song I call "Sufficient, Defiant, Knish." Oh, okay. Let me see if I can do the food song. We wrote a song about food that we haven't posted yet. Food, 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 food. I'm going to the store for food, 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 food. Meatloaf, food, 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 food. Pork chops, food, food. Broccoli, food, food, food. I forgot to make a list. How come everybody else is so much more organized than this? I don't know where my glasses are, let alone what I'm going to want to eat on Thursday. Free sample. Devo's back! Yay!
There he is!
I
Played 50 songs. We finished
were about
tiling
to
the floor
say-
while you were gone.
We were going to come and redecorate your studio for you, and then we were saying if you were really going to be back in 5 minutes, which clearly you weren't, your kid could have walked.
yeah. Sorry.
Did you find him?
Yeah, I found him. I got there and the bus hadn't arrived yet, so I had to wait for the bus. So, sorry about that.
Waiting for the bus to come back home. Come back. Okay.
Oh,
well,
the bus.
I'm here. I can't stay too much longer.
Okay. Let's
It's
plow.
late for you guys, though.
Yeah, it is. It's fine. It's fine. Let's plow through the news and then we'll talk to Lauren. So, promo.
This is the FuMP.
I swagger proud to the casino, past the penny slots and Keno. Got me a gig up here in Reno, blackjack.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll and the highway to hell. But I'd rather sell my soul for a trip to Taco Bell. It's not a question now, I'm too fat for rock and roll. And Azazel killed her dead with her 2 babies asleep in bed. Their names are Sam and Dean.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Stop! Burger time!
Time for funny music news. Something, something, something.
In the news, Shudder has announced they've acquired the rights to a new documentary about the band GWAR. I don't know if a lot of people consider them comedy bands, but I always thought they were damn funny. If you're not familiar with their act, just go to YouTube and search for some of their performances. It's rather amazing. The documentary offers a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on in producing a GWAR show. The trailer can be found on YouTube, and Weird Al has apparently been interviewed for the documentary. The documentary is called This Is GWAR and will be available on Shudder starting July 21st. There is a new album out by a band called, it's either Timoratus or Timoratus. I'm not sure which. There's long signs over the O and the A, and it's confusing my brain. They are a comedy death metal band. The name of the album is My Life in a Made Metal Band. It's available now on all streaming platforms, plus timortius.bandcamp.com. They also have some funny sketches in between the songs, and the comedy release spreadsheet has been updated to include that, so you don't have to look up the spelling of their name, which is Timoratus. And 2D6 announced that their new album, You Just Can't Have One, will be available on or around July 4th. Kickstarter backers should have gotten their download codes today. Fun fact, I appear on one of the songs and completely forgot. I downloaded the album today and looked at the track list and saw that track 12 was Get Out of My Head and Into My Southwest Flavor featuring Devo Spice. And I went, what? When did that happen? So, apparently that happened, and I don't remember it, but I'm starting to vaguely come back to me now.
Now I need to go see if I'm on that album. Because I did a track with them a few years ago, and I don't know if it ever ended up on an album.
Oh. I just closed the window, or I'd look for you. Anything else before tour dates? I'll take that as a no. All right. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goodie hosting at the Bluebird. On Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays online, Steve Goodie and Brad Tassel. The 16th through the 20th in St. Louis, Missouri, Mikey Mason. On the 24th in Oakland, California, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. The 24th through the 26th in Wichita, Kansas, Mikey Mason. And on the 25th online, Carla Ulbrich. And coming up on the 21st, happy birthday to Jeff Whitmire. And on the 22nd, happy birthday to Bonecage. All right, Lauren, you're up.
I'm here.
You're here. Give us a quick intro to the song. We'll give it a listen.
I was a high school debater where I really learned to argue every issue from both sides. And I have always tried, although I have strong political views, to try to have some compassion for people who have views that are different from mine. I have always tried. But for the past, say, 6 years, since 2016, that has gotten increasingly hard. I am not somebody who loses my temper easily, but I did for one of my weekly songs. And for anybody who wasn't listening to us riff while you were away, I put out a song every week, and usually I do a specific issue, but I don't even remember what because basically any day in the news these days is crazy, and there's so many stories I don't even know what to cover. So I just combine them all in one gigantic musical rant. How's that for setting it up?
Sounds good. Here is What the Hell is Wrong with You People by Lauren Mayer.
Our country's become so divided today, with nutty conspiracies spreading away. Reading each story, I just want to say, what the hell is wrong with you people? Parents who rant at school boards till they're weary about sex ed or trans kids or critical race theory. Their bad behavior inspires this query. What the hell is wrong with you people? About Biden's travel, these hypocrites sound off at his mental state they like to hammer. While their guy spent most of his time playing golf, and he struggled with spelling and grammar and geography and basic knowledge of how the government works, etc. Meanwhile, they're stirring up silly culture war friction, offended by superhero depiction. Why are they freaked out about works of fiction? Cartoon characters, community, gender, and color they want. While we're on the subject, Santa isn't white. What the hell is wrong with you people? Claiming mask mandates and vaccines violate their right to self-determination, while jumping at every chance to regulate what women do regarding procreation. And now they're trying to ban birth control. And don't get me started on those dress codes that are just for girls. Formerly sane politicians endorse the big lie with false claims of fraud that makes us wonder why. Is that narcissist the hill on which they want to die? And with all the vaccine denial, that's not just a figure of speech. Anyone sane whose brain isn't asleep will scream, what the hell is wrong with you people?
Very nice. And we don't need the ending. Yeah, I was playing the video, so.
Yeah, the video has a little tag end on it.
Yeah.
So. Yes.
Wow. I want to hear you scream the whole thing one day.
No, I have to be really careful. I mean, there is a healthy way to do that. I actually, I do some vocal coaching. There is a way to scream without hurting your vocal cords, but it's really hard. If you're also acting the frustration of it, it's hard not to.
Maybe have Worm Quartet take a shot at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, it's... Ooh, I get pretty... Yeah. Although I don't know why I love screaming with the little Celestina sound, which is the sound from the Fractured Fairy Tales. It's the same instrument. We were talking about Rocky and Bullwinkle while you were gone. So I don't know. I love incongruity, so I love playing very dippy, sweet music while I scream.
Yeah, the contrast between those two works really well in this song. The first time I heard you scream, what the hell is wrong with you people, I laughed out loud. It was really well done.
Oh, good. I'm glad. If I can make Devo laugh, my life has not been lived in vain.
That is the goal. That's the dream.
That is the goal. That's the dream.
See, the whole reason for your existence is my entertainment. Yes, that's
exactly.
Finally you realize.
I meant that as a compliment, not that my mission is your entertainment, but you are such a sophisticated purveyor of humorous music that it is difficult to make someone with your vast knowledge and experience actually laugh out loud. So that's
wow.
High praise indeed.
Yeah,
thank
there's
you.
some sucking up lessons for anybody who's watching. This is how you do it.
Yes.
Have you heard Devo's baby poop song? It's excellent.
Anything he does. So,
Who hasn't? Of course she has.
I had fun with that. It was really, people sort of, yes, I do read the news all the time because this is part of what I do, but it really does help when I feel like the world is going to pieces to just, rant and scream occasionally. And I felt better after I did that song.
That's good.
And I performed it live a couple of times, and it really feels good. So,
cool.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys liked it. Thank you.
When you perform it live, do you scream like that?
Yes, and I have good mic technique, so I know to go off the mic. So.
Do you think you might do it tomorrow night?
Would you like that? I'd be happy to.
I'm not allowed to know what you're going to do because, as you know, I have to do an answer song without knowing what you're about to do. But hey,
so I won't. You know what? I have all sorts of new things. Because I haven't been on the Thursday show in a while because you guys have gotten popular and you have a lot of musical guests. So I haven't been on in a while. So I might just surprise you.
Surprise me with that one if you want.
Yeah. So, but I might save that one to answer what you do because are we going to do the same trade back and forth?
You are welcome to do it if you want. We don't require the guest to be able to do that, but you have so many songs you probably could no matter what I do. So,
I have so many songs. If I can
remember.
Carla
and I had a show for a very brief time in 2000 where that was the whole show. She'd play a song, I had to think of something that had something to do with that, then to just keep going until somebody couldn't do it anymore.
That's like those games of the car where you keep going back and forth with who can think of the most Beatles songs or whatever.
Yeah.
You're on, Steve. Anytime you want to do that, I'll do that with you.
If anyone can do it, it's probably you. Carla couldn't keep doing it because we involved another funny person whose name I won't say, and that person and I had a falling out, and Carla didn't want to respect that third person. If that third person wasn't going to be part of it, we wouldn't do it at all. So fine.
Well, maybe you and Carla and I can do it then.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'll let her know.
All right. But I don't have that yet to plug. But when we come up with it, I will let you know.
Okay. Excellent.
Very cool. So yeah, do you have any idea how many songs you've written in total or released on YouTube or anything?
Well, YouTube, it's been one a week since. I love telling the story. I started doing it in August 2012 during the 2012 Republican primaries because I thought it had gotten pretty awful, and I never thought political discourse would get any worse. Ha ha ha. So it's been one a week since then. So that's
500.
10 years this August. So that is
520.
500 and plus songs because I've done a few extras, but I've also done a couple of albums. But just, so from YouTube it's over 500.
Wow.
But I've also done some other comedy songs that aren't political apart from that, and I've written some cabaret songs. I figured it's over 1,000 comedy songs I've written.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They weren't all good, but then Stephen Sondheim's weren't all good every single song. So yeah, it's a lot.
I actually have a spreadsheet of all the songs I've ever written. I actually have two spreadsheets. I have one for the sudden death stuff and one for the Devo Spice stuff. Just for my own information, because I've always, I like to keep track of this kind of stuff. So
I have a website of every song I've written since 2008. It's called the FuMP.
That's handy.
I thought about doing that, so I could keep track of what I've done on what shows. But all I have to do is look at how long has it been since I've done the Thursday show. And I've got at least 6 or 7 songs I haven't done since then that you guys have never heard. Plus, I've also got old comedy songs that I wrote, 20, 30 years ago that I've never released. So,
damn.
I'm exhausting.
You should be. Oh, I thought you were going to say exhausted.
That too, yeah.
Do you ever find yourself writing a song and then realize, wait, I did this 12 years ago?
Well, what happens is I reuse tunes because I do a lot of, there are technical terms here, I do a lot of pastiche songs where I want something that sounds like a kiddie song, or it sounds like a blues song, or it sounds like a Charleston-y ragtime vaudeville piece. And I go, God, that tune sounds... And my husband watches my videos every week, bless his soul. And he'll sometimes say, who did you, what's that a parody of? I know it sounds familiar. I'd say, yeah, it's the same tune I did 8 years ago for a different topic altogether. So
you parodied one of your own songs, technically.
Well, but it wasn't a parody. It was more of plagiarizing. So parody is an intentional use of something with a point to the parody.
Yeah.
Plagiarism is just basically, I call it, actually, I don't even call it plagiarizing. I call it Andrew Lloyd Webbering myself. Because he reuses the same song multiple times per show. So I'm just doing an Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I've never heard Devo sound. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's a whole legal definition, and we're not in court here.
So mild mannered.
Plagiarism, parody.
Yeah,
whatever.
What's the difference?
I didn't know Devo had buttons you could push, but we found one.
All right.
You know, how many versions of Shall We Burn a Book for Jesus are there?
Oh, 2 or 3. Yeah.
It's like that whole capital steps method of like, well, we can just keep reusing the same songs
Until somebody says they like it, or somebody hates it enough that they insist I not do it anymore.
You've done that a couple of times. You did unfortunately, you did the year the Big Mouth Asshole almost won, and then the year the Big Mouth Asshole fucking won, I think was what it was called.
I've redone, like, I've updated some of mine. I've done Voter Fraud is a Fraud. I've done 3 different versions. I've done I Don't Want to Go Back to 1950, 2 different versions. I did Tyrants Are Now Trump's Best Friend to the tune of Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. I did a couple of updates of that. So, yeah. So, can I plug the one that's coming up?
Oh, feel free.
Yeah, that'll go out Friday. Which, if people listen to this after Friday, it will already be up. So, depending on what, that makes me feel like I'm time traveling. In the hearings, Bill Stepien claimed that there was Team Rudy and Team Normal, the people who were crazy and the people who were just evil, I guess. And so, I'm doing a song about how there's no such thing as Team Normal. So that'll go out Friday. And then I don't know what I'll write about next week, because who knows what will happen. So,
That's gonna
we'll
be
see.
That reminds me, Tom, while you were away, I actually managed, I think I said sufficient violent knish. So if you want to plug that in.
Close enough.
That's as close as I get.
But it was my efficient silent wish that while you were gone, we could come.
At least finish the tiling.
Yes. Oh,
I'm trying, yes.
You're doing a fine job. No complaints from over here.
No, yeah.
No.
Tennessee says A1.
Yay. Tennessee
And we're never
approves of
wrong
my
about
kitchen
anything.
floor. All right, so Lauren, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Yes, I'm going to be on the Thursday show tomorrow night, doing a song alternating with Steve.
The virtual
here,
comedy
so
show,
that'll be
I'm sure is what
fun.
you mean.
Which what?
The virtual comedy show is the technical name.
I always call it the Thursday show. 'Cause, yes, I'm doing the virtual comedy show with Steve, and then a week from Sunday I have a live stream on Facebook, Lauren Mayer Comedy Songs, and I'm going to tease something that I actually, even before I became a prospective grandmother, I've been thinking about, which is no one has done an album of songs from the perspective of a Jewish mother. I don't know
sure?
why. I have this. Cause I think what happened was, my 25-year-old son had never heard the "I'll just sit here in the dark" joke. You guys know that one, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
How many light bulbs how many Jewish mothers does it take to change a light bulb? None. I'll just sit here in the dark.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I thought, I don't know why. I just love the idea of someday coming to FuMPFest, if it ever happens again, and getting a whole audience to do a sing-along of "I'll just sit here in the dark." I don't even know what the tune is yet. And so...
Parody of Rainbow in the Dark by Dio? Or...
Not if I wanted, when I do albums, I want to do all original
Oh,
stuff.
fine.
Yeah. Plagiarism, parody, whatever. So I am
whistling
going
in the
to
dark.
be working this, because I'm in between teaching and music directing gigs. I've got a little bit of time, so I'm going to start working on a Jewish Mother album that I hope will come out in time for Hanukkah. So that's my next thing to plug.
Awesome.
But you can watch my videos on Psycho Supermom is my YouTube channel. So that's what I have to plug.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. Let's do some feedback.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. 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 You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback. Feedback.
Hamner Hack. Hamner Hack wrote, "Hey guys, talking about metal music, I have a show on our local community radio station, and now, Saturdays at 10 a.m., CKLU.ca, shameless plug. I am also in charge of having to go through all of the new music that is sent to us, which is mostly electronic nowadays, except for Carla Ulbrich, who sent us a Twang CD. And none of them put down their genre of music, so I have to go through each song individually and organize them so our programmers can find new music for their shows. Except for metal bands and jazz musicians. They always state their genre in the details. The two easiest music to place. Also have the most helpful distributors. Oh, and don't worry, I also abuse my position and put FuMPers into heavy rotation. Well, thank you, Hamner Hack. I appreciate the support. And, yeah, if you want the... I can't remember if you're a level 2 subscriber or not. If you want me to send the radio edit CDs to CKLU, let me know, and I will take care of that. That's all the feedback we got for this week. So...
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job. Yeah.
Teasing. Tomorrow's song is by... Well, Friday's song is by Lemon Demon. And...
Tuesday's song is not yet posted.
We'll have to see what happens with Tuesday's song. And next week's Spotify playlist topic is Fathers, since it's going to be Father's Day on Sunday. All right, Steve, plug yourself one more time.
Well, the thing I forgot to say was virtualcomedyshow.com. That's virtualcomedyshow.com, and it is a special Father's Day edition. In honor of my father, whose favorite comedy thing in the world is Who's On First, my brother and I will be doing Who's On First live, and we're bound to screw it up in all kinds of interesting ways. So that's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, virtualcomedyshow.com. Also stevegoodie.com, and the Bluebird Cafe every Sunday in Nashville.
I actually watched the video. Go ahead, Lauren.
You forgot to say who your amazing special guest was for tomorrow.
Oh, major special guest, Lauren Mayer! Woohoo! I thought we'd made that pretty clear.
Well, just in case somebody wasn't paying attention. You know, they say it takes
Luke's paying attention. He's just looking off to his right.
And Steve, I did watch the video of you and your brother performing Who's On First. I stumbled onto that on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I have to watch this. So, I'm a big Abbott and Costello fan. So,
well, thanks. Hope we did it somewhat justice.
You did, yes. All right, Lauren, plug yourself one more time.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Go plug yourself.
Okay. I've got my songs always on my YouTube channel, Psycho Supermom, Lauren Mayer Comedy Songs on Facebook. Part of the Virtual Comedy Show tomorrow night, Thursday the 16th, and then Sunday the 26th will be my next Facebook Live, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. In between times, figure it out.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski.
And there's Lauren and Steve live.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say...
Live from Nashville, it's Thursday night!
Yeah.